What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy Center Studios. Me back with another reaction, man. Today we finna be reacting to Leo, the crossover killer from EOS, man. Shout out EOS, man. He doing his thing. I'm doing my thing, man. Everybody doing their thing, man. Hope y'all staying safe. Y'all staying blessed, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video with whoever you got in your family, whoever in your circle. Let's get right into it, man. I ain't wasting no more time, man. It's July 1st, man. It's the beginning of a new month, man. Hope y'all staying safe and blessed, man. Y'all, man. Hope y'all doing great things, man. Let's get it.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS.
It's 10 and J,
man.
man.
I'm
Rock
rocking
with
with
Charlie.
y'all.
Y'all rocking with B.
For
Yeah.
this episode,
I play with him.
we're gonna be talking about Leo Boatman.
Leo Boatman.
Born July 7th, 1986 in a psychiatric hospital, Leo was orphaned at age 8 after his mother drowned in a ditch.
Oh
Abused
my
by his
God.
grandmother, molested in foster care, he would soon release a growing demon inside of him. Chief Assistant Public Defender Bill Miller recounted Leo's childhood, saying, "I have never in my life seen someone who was forced to fend for himself from almost literally the time he came into the world than Leo Boatman. His life started off bad and only got worse. He would have been better off if he had been raised by wolves. Wolves would have been more nurturing. Leo's mother abused, neglected, and abandoned him repeatedly until her death. His father's identity is unknown, though family members suspect his mother became pregnant while she was a patient in a psychiatric hospital. The burden of raising Leo was left to his grandmother, who adopted him and his older sister in 1991. She had 6 children with 6 different fathers and preferred her granddaughter over her grandson, often returning him to the mother. Anonymous complaints to DCF said the toddler roamed in traffic wearing nothing but underwear, according to investigators that often found his mother drunk or high. Leo was 8 when his mother died, falling into a ditch and drowning as she hitchhiked home to Clearwater, Florida. He lived in a series of foster homes where the 4'8", 80-pound boy was deemed impossible to handle. "Don't go underneath," an uncle told authorities. "Oh, he's such a cute kid, you know, like Home Alone, like cute on the surface, but don't go underneath." Leo was described as a delinquent at age 9 and by 12 committed to juvenile prison. He spent the next 7 years in the custody of the Department of Juvenile Justice, steadily climbing the security risk ladder. While Leo was in Sago Palm Academy, a youth facility, he headbutted a teacher over a test grade, tried to punch a pregnant case manager in the belly.
Oh, this man
was caught
crazy.
having sex with another boy. Records show he acted up because he didn't want to go home. His lone visitor was his grandmother, who suddenly stopped coming in 2002. She died of cancer, but no one told him. In 2005, at 19 years old, he was released from Omega Juvenile Prison in Manatee County. He moved in with his uncle Victor Boatman, a convicted sex offender who lived in the Keystone Mobile Home Park in Lago, Florida. With his uncle's help, he was able to get a job as a dishwasher at Hooters. Leo wanted to go to college with the hopes of becoming a veterinary technician. He wanted to stay out of trouble, start a new life. But it wasn't just him that was released. The demon inside of him was now free. Leo Boatman had an urge, a thought in the back of his mind that manifested into a sinister reality. Watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your feelings. Your feelings turn to actions, and actions become habits. Watch your habits, they become your lifestyle. And your lifestyle, it becomes your destiny. Some would say Leo's destiny was set in stone from the time of his birth, an empty cell just waiting for him. On January 3rd, 2006, Amber Peck and John Parker camped overnight in the Ocala National Forest. Hiking a few miles away from where Amber's red Jeep was parked, the two 26-year-olds, whom both attended a community college in Gainesville, would never expect the outcome of this horrific camping trip. John served 2 tours in Afghanistan in the Marines and had an 8-year-old daughter. Amber had just been awarded a grant to study zoo conservation in Australia as she aspired to be a veterinarian. And Leo had taken a bus in Clearwater on his way to Silver Springs and the Ocala National Forest. Bringing camping equipment stuffed in a travel bag, he was armed with an AK-47 rifle.
Damn.
He began hiking, hunting humans. Boatman had hitchhiked his way to a Holiday Inn hotel after hiking through the forest. Taking a bus home to Lago the next day, he returned the AK-47.
I love shopping the
This
real
is
deal.
wild.
It's Gucci,
Louis Vuitton,
Prada,
Hermes, Dior,
Rolex.
47 he'd stolen from his uncle with the remaining ammunition. Leo attended his
Oh, so that was his dad's AK-47. He stole it from him. Man, that's why you gotta keep your. That's why, like, if you have a gun safe, bro, don't let your kids know the passcode to your gun safe, because they could type the code in, and then or like I don't know like what type of safe, but like it could be any safe. Don't let them know the combination to your safe. Nothing. I don't let nobody know the combination to my safe, especially if it's a gun safe. You crazy as hell. The only person that's gonna know the safe to the code to the safe is me. Excuse me. The only person that's gonna know the code is me. Nobody else in the crib gonna know the code for real. That's dead as hell, bro. My child is never gonna find the code to the safe, bro. My bro, in AK, shit. How the hell he even sneak that shit out the crib, anyways? Man, let's just play it.
his first day at St. Petersburg Community College before he was arrested that evening while doing his homework. 3 days after John and Amber had went camping, their bodies were discovered by Amber's father and brother-in-law. They had been partially hidden in the bushes and banks, shot to death. A 20-year-old had tipped off the police. He remembered picking up a hitchhiker in the woods a day after the shooting. The passenger telling him he'd been camping in the woods a few days but wanted to go to a hotel. He wasn't surprised when the passenger also told him he was armed with a camping knife and rifle. And he didn't hide his identity. His name was Leo. The driver picked up a $5,000 reward for the tip leading to Leo's arrest. There was an overwhelming amount of evidence leading back to Leo being the killer, including one of his friends telling police that Leo admitted it. I went out in the woods and I killed someone. She asked if he'd killed a homeless person. I wouldn't kill a bum because they have nothing to lose. I killed 2 preppies. She even stated.
So where I'm getting from this, he say I wouldn't kill a bum. Hey, shit, man. What would he actually kill a bum for if they don't have anything? Like a bum is a homeless nigga is a bum. Like they don't have nothing. Like they just have their clothes and they stink. That's just like what else are they gonna have? They ain't gonna have shit.
Stated that Leo said he wanted to become a serial killer. In the videotaped confession, Leo said, I used to think this stuff was appalling. You know, I'm not saying I don't care emotional wise, or I don't have any emotions or whatnot. I'm just saying I don't feel them like I should. You know, I wasn't going to pull the trigger, Leo told detectives. But Amber started screaming. The last thing I remember is just trying to make the screaming stop. Public defenders would negotiate a life sentence without parole to avoid the death penalty. The victims' families agreed, sparing them from having to hear the dark details in which their loved ones were brutally murdered.
Yep.
The day of the sentencing, Leo appeared emotionless, head down. I can't offer an explanation because there is none. I'm sorry. Amber's father read a poem his daughter had wrote about looking forward to her move to Australia. He then spoke for his daughter, recalling the murders. You are such a coward. You hid in the bushes waiting for me and Johnny to approach you. Then came up to me as I was crying and screaming for you to let me live. Though I only had a flesh wound, you came up to me and put the rifle to my head and pulled the trigger to silence me forever. But you didn't silence my dreams. They will continue to be heard long and loud. I will not be silenced. At 19 years old, only free for roughly 12 years of his young life, Leo Boatman would never be freed again. Leo had a visitor at Charlotte Correctional Institution. He spoke on prison life and his desire to get back in open population. He had been in closed management after attacking an inmate at Cross City, receiving 7 years for a second-degree attempted murder. He was now stuck in his cell all day and fed through the flap in the door. Saying how prison rape was highly exaggerated, there's so many gays in prison, once you get to open population, the sex is consensual. They call it rocking you to sleep. His voice grew hot as he spoke on his abusive foster dad. The man would make him do 10,000 jumping jacks while he watched TV and drank a beer. Most of the foster kids would run away, get put in a detention facility, and later prison. He'd make them sit on a towel naked to keep them from running. The sexual abuse from an older male relative of the foster dad. But his worst memories came from the juvenile prison, the 5 years he spent at Omega. He was the longest serving boy from age 14 to 19, describing it as a scared straight shock. It went from strict discipline to guards pouncing on inmates, yelling and slamming them in the walls. He was taunted by guards who read his personal medical records, saying things like, "Nobody wants you anymore." The guards enjoyed the abuse. They beat you for talking, wrote you up for not raising your hand in class. He recalled one guy pointing his fingers like a gun at his head, saying, "If I had a choice, pop!"
Oh shit, that scared the fuck out of me, boy. Damn, bro. Like he said, man, I wasn't expecting that 1090 Jake. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I wasn't expecting that. That just hey, I was about to fall asleep, but that shit woke me up. I ain't gonna lie though.
He had started building a better relationship with his grandmother, his only visitor, until she died. Then he
Man,
described the murders. It took him 2 hours to hike to Hidden Pond. I was climbing a hill when I saw a guy and a girl taking down.
At Universal Technical Institute, you don't have to explain your passion for cars. We get it. That's why we're making more than
fuck up.
Down their
Alright.
tent. He was real nice, asking me where I was going. I told him I was hiking further in, and he gave me some good directions. I watched them carry some of their camp things downhill. I sat on the hillside, thinking I would take their campsite once they left. Then I took the rifle out and watched them walk back up to get the rest of their stuff. I raised the rifle and aimed it at the guy, and then I thought, what if they should see me pointing a gun at them? I read James Patterson books and I knew the difference a second could make, so I shot him. He fell to the ground. She screamed and I shot her. I then walked down the hill, put the
Ah,
gun to her head,
bitch.
and shot her again. Ricky Morris,
Ugh.
at the age of 25, pled guilty to 2 counts of first-degree murder for the shooting death of his parents, both killed with a 30-30 rifle. With 2 life
Hold on, y'all. Just give me 1 minute. This. The 30-30 Winchester is a medium and big game hunting cartridge best used in short to moderate distances. Oh, so like it's for hunting deer. It's like a shotgun like it looked kind of like a shotgun a little bit. Oh, it is a shotgun. Oh, it's like a rifle with a sniper scope, like a shotgun, like a what's that called? It's that one shotgun that like you like it's like right underneath the trigger, like you pull it and then you just load it up. Okay, all right. Let me get back to the video. All right.
sentences, he found himself at Charlotte CI, housed in a cell with Danny Wills, a 64-year-old in August of 2010. The dorm sergeant was advised that Ricky had assaulted the older man in the cell. After interviewing inmate Leo Boatman, who had an empty bunk in his cell, it was determined there was no issue between the two, and they moved Ricky Morris into his cell on August 17th. August 18th, while conducting security checks, an officer shined his flashlight into cell B3204. He saw Leo standing at the cell door and Ricky laying face down on the floor of the cell. Leo then started attacking Ricky again, grabbing his head and slamming it off the concrete floor 5 or 6 times.
Damn.
Stating this is what he gets for beating the old man.
Ooh.
8 minutes later, Leo was cuffed and
this
taken
smoke,
to a
nigga.
shower.
Yeah, take
He said he saw the altercation that took place between Ricky and Pops. He asked the previous shift to move Ricky in his room and they said no. So we waited until shift change and manipulated the sergeant by asking if they were going to move him up. The sergeant said he would check on it and that if they get along, he would make the move. Leo told officers he got him in the room to fucking try to kill him. He got Ricky to speak on the incident with Pops, fueling his anger and justifying his conscience. Leo said he hadn't been getting mail or visits lately and wanted someone to take it out on. He tried to get Ricky to show him what he did to Pops, but he refused. So Leo put him in a headlock and choked the shit out of him. He timed it between security rounds so he wouldn't get caught. But the officer came early and saw Ricky on the floor. Passing by the cell, the officer said, "What the fuck?" and Ricky started to move. So Leo started stomping, kicking, and slamming his head. If the officer didn't come early, Leo planned on tucking him into his bed and eating his breakfast tray in the morning. He told him he has life in prison, and if they are not going to work with him, then he can make time fun. He has nothing to lose, nothing to look forward to, and they can't do shit to him. Leo Boatman was convicted for the beating death of Ricky Morris, getting an additional 15 years for third-degree murder. He is now fighting the death penalty after the brutal stabbing of inmate William Chapman at Florida State Prison in 2019.
Whoa, yeah, this man going crazy. So he killed 2 people in the forest with the AK-47 and he killed 2 inmates. This man crazy, boy. Sheesh.
Him and William Wells both killed a man in the day room. He's had multiple cellmates commit suicide, which are now being investigated as possible homicides. Children that cross over from the foster system to the Department of Juvenile Justice are known as a crossover kid. Leo Boatman is known as the crossover killer. Had he not been caught for his Ocala murders, it is suspected he would have killed again, being the youngest serial killer in the state of Florida. Now, without question, Leo is a sick fuck. I'm pretty sure anybody can figure that out. And the thing about the death penalty, I don't think Leo has anything he can offer society or any reason to still breathe inside of prison. But the thing about the death penalty, the blame cannot just be put on Leo. He was failed by everyone. He was failed by foster care, by his caseworker, by his foster parents, the Department of Juvenile Justice, the COs that abuse their power within the juvenile prisons. This long history of abuse that he went through.
Yeah.
Everyone failed him. And with each
but that doesn't excuse what he did. Like, I know he had nobody. His mom died jumping into the pool or some shit. I don't know what. He said something about his mom committing suicide or something, or her dying of something. And then the only person that was really there was his grandmother, and then she passed away too. He didn't have nobody. That doesn't excuse what he did in about the 2 murders in the woods, but it's just like, bro, like, on the other hand, I still feel bad for Jay because he had nobody. So
traumatic event he went through in his young life, it created this monster.
yeah.
So he can't just be thrown to death. and only he be blamed. Every single person that had something to do with his life needs to also be held accountable. This is yet
Yes, the dude, his uncle needs to be held accountable too. Like, let's not forget that he said something about his uncle doing some sick ass shit too. I don't know what he was doing, or if he did any sick shit. I gotta probably look back at the video after this is over, cause I don't know how the hell, like, what happened to him.
yet another example of how the system can fail you, and also the type of people that are waiting inside a Florida State prison if you choose to commit a crime that will send you to Florida State prison. With that being said, it's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all, y'all rocking with me.
Till next time, yo. Oh shit, I clicked on the wrong video. My fault, yo. What's up?
Wherever you are.
Man, that's gonna cap it off, man. Let me know what y'all think of the video, man. Hope y'all stay safe. Hope y'all stay blessed, man. Like, subscribe, share the video, comment down below, man, what y'all think of the video, man. And I'm out, man. Peace.